Some of the rarest mini playsets in my collection are these from Primal Rage. See what made these sets so special. You'll even find out what Primal Rage set we almost got but didn't. Playtime! Yay! By popular demand today, we're looking at mini playsets based on the hit video game Primal Rage. This fighting game took arcades by storm in 1994 and then came to virtually every home console in the years that followed.
Ready to erupt into Primal Rage.
In the mid to late 1990s, Primal Rage toys were released by Playmates, and that included 2 mini playsets featuring one-on-one monster matches, which I have here. I did not buy these on card, I had to buy these over the years, buying piece by piece, but now both sets are complete. You'll see that in their closed cases, they look near identical. They're in some type of rock or stone tablet with red cracks. Perhaps that's the heat or lava on the other side. And they have the Primal Rage logo. But the molds are different as they each feature different monsters. This is the Sauron vs. Diablo set, so that's who we have here. Although I couldn't tell you which is Sauron and which is Diablo. Sauron is most likely the one on the left. And this is the Chaos vs. Talon set. Another odd difference I've noticed is that the Sauron vs. Diablo set has red at the end of the hinges, while the Chaos vs. Talon set doesn't. Not sure if they're all like that. When closed, these sets don't really stand upright. You can sort of get it to lean on the hinge, but it won't hold forever. What's funny is that the tops are flat enough where you can get them to stand like this, and they pretty much stay up. Except now the pictures are upside down. Let's quickly compare the cases to other Oh, hold on, doorbell. Yes! New arrivals from our good sponsors, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. These are monthly snack boxes that bring exciting and delicious, authentic Japanese goodies to your door.
Curses! He's already grabbed the snack boxes from the front door. But I have a plan to make those snack boxes mine, for I am the Neon Phantom!
I got water in this ear this morning taking a shower. It's not hearing so good. Hi from Okinawa. Looks like this month's theme is Okinawan Snack in Paradise. The glossy booklet gives you all the historical context and treat info, including valuable allergen information. The Kit Kats are strawberry cheesecake flavored. The Kit Kats are strawberry cheesecake flavored. I'm eating them while I'm recording this audio track. The boxes are exploding with treats in all of this fun, vibrant packaging. Every box I discover at least one new flavor thing I didn't know I loved.
There, my invention is complete. With this time-traveling watch, I'll travel to earlier in the day and steal the snack box deliveries before MIB can get them.
Or you may prefer the sister company Sakurako. This month's theme is Discovering Mount Fuji, and it includes the booklet with the info you want. And look at this, it came with this neat cloth with the Mount Fuji design on it. Tea, seaweed, soy chips again, it's a box overflowing with options. Oh, I love the jelly cups. Usually they're little jelly cups, but this is a big one, and it's my favorite flavor too.
My time-traveling machine worked! Now to steal the snack boxes! Where's the house? Oh no, I went back a little too far!
Get $5 off the snack box of your choice with code MIB. Link is in the description, and it helps this channel. I genuinely love these snack boxes. I think a lot of you will too. Try them out. Let's quickly compare the cases to other mini playsets. Here's the Trendmasters Godzilla sets from around the same time. Looney Tune Acme head cases, also from Playmates and also released around the same time as these. More modern stuff, we have the Jurassic World Micro Adventure sets. I've now done 2 videos on these. And the Peraya Godzilla and Biollante Pocket Toy playset. Compared to all the sets I happen to have, the outer cases of the Primal Rage sets might seem uninspired since they're not shaped like actual character heads. But there is an advantage. Unlike all those sets I just showed you, the Primal Rage sets can actually get into my pockets. I'd argue they win on portability. Let's dig into the Sauron vs. Diablo set. I've always found opening these cases a bit of a pain though. Mine tend to get stuck and require some force. You gotta unsnap 2 pieces, then the little pieces come spilling out. Now that packaging says that sets have 3 battlefields, and by that they mean you have each side of the case, which you lay flat, and then this middle piece that goes upward. And this is pretty original. You don't see this very often, at least I haven't. One side is Diablo's domain, which is known as Inferno. It's got a volcano with a lever that makes the volcano really happy to see you, if you know what I mean. Over here is some kind of ancient prop from The Lion King on Broadway. Actually, this is faithful to the game background. These are very faithful to the video game. It's super amusing. And it's got 2 little humans to worship, the Draconians. The other side is Sauron's domain, the Cove. It has some ruins that you can actually rip this ceiling off. And you can turn it around, and now you've got 3 human worshippers on the side. It's pretty neat. It's great that they got the humans in here. Now, the middle section kind of works as a transition between the 2 environments, but obviously it's much less surface area to work with. It has a broken bridge. It's called Battle Bridge on the packaging, and there's a curved staircase you snap on here. On to the stars of the match, Diablo and Sauron. They didn't use the exact same mold twice, but they are very similar. Still, they are painted great. There's also a pyramid. You could use that to cover the worshippers and give them a little privacy. You can consider this their holy temple, and it snaps on nicely. It's not loose and it won't fall out. And then the only other piece is this red bone launcher. The other set comes with a bone launcher too. Put a pin in this. We got some important work to do.
Rage.
Nom nom nom, I'll eat your people. Getting the dinos to stand in the middle section is a bit of a pain, especially those top parts. They're slightly curved, but they probably should have been made flatter. But when you do get the Draconians posed up there, it does look really good. I got your volcano, Diablo. Oh no, it's getting excited. It's light on gimmicks, but the mini monsters look really good, and this is a really neat mini playset. I love that it has a lot of different colors going on. It gives you 1 match, but it creates 2 fighting environments from the video game. I just think it's great. Closing it up isn't much of a hassle. There seems to be ample room for the mini pieces inside, and Bob's your uncle. That's the Sauron vs. Diablo set. Let's check out the Chaos vs. Talon set. A lot of the game's reputation came from the Chaos character. He was the one farting and peeing on his opponents. Parents loved that. These things really do get stuck sometimes. Alright, here we go. This set has noticeably more pieces than the other set. On one side, we have the ruins, the domain of chaos. Love this destroyed city. You can even lift this skyscraper here, which is great. And on the other side, Talon's domain is called the Strip. And then the middle section of this one, the higher bridge, is still called the Battle Bridge, but this one isn't broken, and it's got some type of skeleton up there. Is that another Draconian? You can't just throw a monster skeleton in here. What is that? What's the lore? You get another bone launcher. This one's gray. Sort of looks like Mrs. Deet's sculpture art in Beetlejuice. Stick a second pin in the bone launcher. We'll get back to it. I love this. You get a large ship of some sort, but then it has this piece that opens on the side, and boom, we have a couple of worshippers. I love that these guys are just hiding everywhere. And you also get a tower, some type of electrical tower. And another set of curved stairs for the middle. But this set also comes with little trees. There are 2 different molds of tree. You get 2 of each. They look like little pieces of broccoli. And then you get Chaos and Talon. 2 more nicely painted pieces. I love the mini monsters in these sets. So we can just snap on the stairs here, and I'll quickly show you both staircases from both sets so you can compare and contrast at your leisure. Do it on your own time. Take a minute. No rush. The electrical tower goes on here, and this is another case where it's nice and secure, not gonna fall out. By the way, there are a couple of more worshippers on the ground here. Either that or that dude got stepped on. And then the large gray spot at the end fits the boat perfectly, especially when it's open. It doesn't snap in, but it just fits nice. On the other side are holes for trees, and you can't just do what you want, man. The 2 tree molds have different sized pegs underneath. And here we go, a jungle. Plenty of space for the monsters on this side, although Talon is not standing well. I'll need to heat up his plastic and see if I can get him to stand better later. Getting Chaos to stand anywhere is fairly easy. Getting Talon on that middle section is not. Talon is big. There's not a lot of space to hold him. But another great set. I rate this one just a smidge higher than the Sauron vs. Diablo set, but they're both winners. Okay, so what are these little things about? These launch the monsters, like a catapult. It literally says that on a package. Use the bone launcher to catapult Talon into battle. Well, I'll launch Chaos into Talon. It's hard to get his whole body on there. Maybe the launcher should have been a little bigger. Come on. Come on. Ah, I missed. This is a pain. And it's not easier when I try to keep it flat on the table. Ah! Well, fine, let's flip it. We'll launch Talon, who's much bigger and harder to launch. There we go. I finally hit him, but he didn't fall. Ah, phooey. All right, let's try the launcher on the Sauron vs. Diablo set. What? First try? So something I wanted to point out, these Primal Rage mini-monsters are bigger than the average micro-battle piece you see on my show. Here they are next to the Trendmaster's Godzilla micro-battle pieces, and these Primal Rage pieces are making Godzilla look tiny. Here they are against the pieces from the Godzilla vs. Biollante set from this year. Look how tiny the dinosaurs are from the Jurassic World Micro Adventure sets. Here's the Primal Rage monsters about to eat Polly Pocket. Here they are with Hamburger Godzilla, some Hamtaro toys, Hiya King Kong, MMS Super Godzilla, a viral dumpling, Labubu. Anyway, the size of these guys is why sometimes it's a pain to balance them or get them on a smaller space, but I like that these pieces are bigger in these sets. They look better, and it makes the whole thing with the smaller humans work. So if you brought some of the mini Godzilla toys over to the Primal Rage sets, they'd have a lot of space to work with. I always imagined a Trendmaster's Doom Island Micro Battle playset looking kinda like this. Now I can pretend. That middle section works great as a perch for Rodan. We could throw some dinosaurs in there, and now it looks like an extinction level event. I'm told that there was one more playset in development phase, Blizzard vs. Vertigo, with Blizzard's domain the Cliff and Vertigo's domain the Tomb. Boy, I wish that happened, then we would have had almost all the Draconians in this mini scale. Poor Blizzard, he's the biggest face on the packaging and he doesn't get to be a mini toy. As you might have noticed, finding these sets complete is a bit of a pain. Finding empty cases, not a pain. It's the pieces that were a challenge for me. But I love these sets, I'm glad it paid off. And look at the back of their cards. New Primal Rage toys. Maybe one day we'll talk about these guys. Necrosan with Wing Stab Attack. Slash Fang with Sabertooth Strike Attack. Diablo with Twist and Goodbye.
Hazardust.
Jotira! Dronebog Studios.
MrWest.com.